Christmas Eve, 1898. Snow lashes the cracked windows of a small Montana cabin. Inside, single father Elias Grant, 34, weathered and quiet, stirs a thin pot of venison stew while his two children, Ruth, 8, and little Jonah, 5, sit silently on the floorboards clutching each other for warmth. The fire is low. Ope is lower. A weak knock. Elias opens the door. Wind rushes in with a woman no older than 25, wrapped in a threadbare shawl that was once fine silk, now grey with travel and despair. Her coat is torn, her boots held together by twine. Snow clings to her dark hair like frost on a broken rose. In her trembling hands she holds a crumpled letter, his letter, the one he sent 6 months ago when loneliness finally won. She tries to speak. Only her name comes out. Anja. Her voice is soft, foreign, is sham. She lowers her eyes, expecting rejection. She has crossed an ocean and half a continent on promises made by a photograph and a few careful words. Now she stands in rags, penniless, terrified he will send her back into the night. Elias stares. This is not the proud woman in the tinted picture. This is a half-frozen stranger who looks ready to shatter. Ruth whispers, "Papa," says shaking. Jonah hides behind his father's leg. Anja steps back, already turning, already accepting the shame. I understand. I am not what you paid for. I will go. Elias doente move. His eyes travel from her cracked lips to the way she still tries to stand straight despite everything. He sees the calluses on her fingers beneath the dirt, the careful stitches she has tried to mend her only dress with, the pride fighting to survive inside her. He sees a woman who kept a promise across 1,000 miles of hardship. He reaches out, slowly, and takes the tattered shawl from her shoulders. It is soaked and weighs nothing. He hangs it by the fire as if it were made of gold. "Ruth," he says quietly, "fetch the extra quilt. Jonah, bring the chair closest to the hearth." The children obey without question. Anja stands frozen, afraid to believe. Elias turns to her. His voice is low, rough from disuse, but steady. "You crossed the world for children you never met and a man you only know from ink on paper. You arrived with nothing left but your name, and you still knocked." He takes off his own thick wool coat, his only good one, and drapes it over her shoulders. It swallows her whole. That takes more courage than any fine dress ever could. A tear slides down her cheek, freezing halfway. He offers his hand, calloused and warm. "Anja. Welcome home." She looks at the hand, then at the children peeking out, curious now instead of afraid. Ruth gives a tiny smile. Jonah inches forward and tugs Anja's skirt. "You're cold," the boy says. "Come by the fire. Papa made stew." Anja places her trembling hand in Elias. He closes his fingers gently, as if holding something priceless that almost wasn't his. Outside, the snow keeps falling, covering every track she made getting here, erasing every mile of sorrow. Inside, the fire catches the quilt, the shawl, the coat, 3 worn things warming one brave heart. And on Christmas Eve, in a little cabin no one would call grand, a family begins. Not because she arrived perfect, but because he saw her worth when she couldn't.